Be thankful. Psalm 100 says, make a joyful noise unto the Lord, all ye lands. Serve the Lord with gladness. Come before his presence with singing. Know ye that the Lord, he is God. It is he that hath made us, and not we ourselves. We are his people, and the sheep of his pasture. Enter into his gates with thanksgiving, and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him, and bless his name. For the Lord is good. His mercy is everlasting, and his truth endureth to all generations. Psalm 100 is an exhortation to praise, to lay aside everything that hinders us and make a joyful noise unto the Lord. Verses 1 through 4 record 7 imperatives for us. Shout, serve, come, know, enter, give thanks, and bless his name. Verses 1 through 4 tells us how to worship. And now in the final verses, the psalmist says, let me tell you why you do it. There are 3 reasons given in this psalm. Reason number 1, for the Lord is good. Reason number 2, his mercy is everlasting. Reason number 3, his truth endureth to all generations. The Lord is good. In spite of what you're going through, the Lord is good. Good is a statement of God's character. There's no spot, no blemish, nor flaw in God. Everything about God is good. But not only is his character good, his ways are good. Everything God does is good. His plans are good. His promises are good. His purpose is good. His providence is good. His provision is good. His protection is good. And his pardon is good. All that God does is good, meaning he is the source of everything needed for life. James 1:17 says, every good and perfect gift comes from above, and it's from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow or turning, which means God is good all the time. If you don't know that he's good, do what Psalms 34:8 says. Taste and see. You can just sit at the table and watch what is on other people's plate and expect to know God is good. You got to go get in there for yourself. Oh, taste and see that the Lord is good, and blessed is the one that take refuge in him. God is good, and good is good. Because he is good, his mercy is everlasting. God's goodness speaks of his character. God's mercy speaks of his nature. Mercy is God's goodness in relation to sinners. He forgives sins both now and in the future. Because God's mercy endures forever, it has no beginning and no end. Before time began, he was the eternal Father of mercies. And since God is eternal, his mercies are eternal. They never run out, never exhausted. And when you feel you've used up your allotment of mercy, you discover there's an infinite river flowing from God's throne. God's mercy is not like the weather. It does not change with the seasons, and it does not depend on you or anything you may do. There's nothing you can do to make God love you more, and there's nothing you can do to make him love you less. His mercy is so great, and his love is so free that it's truly limitless and everlasting. We see God's love and mercy most clearly at the cross. When you fix your eyes upon the cross of Calvary, it is there you will find unmeasured mercy, undeserved, and love beyond degree. But because God is good, his truth endures all generation. God's faithfulness doesn't depend on me, but on the character that God spans the generation. That means I don't have to stay alive to ensure that my child, my family, and friends will be okay. God will see to that. After I'm gone from this earth, and even if all my prayers have not been answered, I can trust God to take care of my child. What a comfort that is. I can do my best to help while I'm here, and after I'm gone, God's faithfulness will continue from them and for their grandchildren and even for their great-grandchildren. Why? Because God is good. Because he is good, we ought to take time to give thanks. When we enter his gates, let your password be thank you. When you enter his courts, say thank you. Take the time, make the time, not just today, not just Thanksgiving, but every day. Every day is the day of Thanksgiving. Why? Because God's been good to you. Give thanks for life, for health, your family, your job, your church, your pastor, your friends. Give thanks for answered prayers, for provision, and for protection. Most of all, give thanks for Jesus. Thank Him for the gift of salvation.